so hot. Oh, it's so tasty. Come on, dance.
It's not really how I wrote it.
Well, every time you turn on the radio, you're gonna hear it. It's gonna be killer.
It's you, Shayna. It's not me.
You're gonna be rich. And rich is good, Brian. All that starving artist rap, that's just a bunch of crap. Bottom line, we're all in it for the bread, honey.
My music means more to me than that.
Yeah? Well, it doesn't mean diddly if the only people that see it are a bunch of zit-faced rockers in a coffee shop. Malcolm and I shipped 12 albums double platinum. We know what we're about. So you just shut up, hold on, and it'll be the ride of your life.
Shayna, no.
How about your drinks, Miss Rose?
Learn to knock, Gilbert. Top of the charts, Brian. Believe me? Where's the house, Brian? Damn her.
Shayna. No, it's too cold.
The water's warm, and so am I.
Come on, Shayna, lighten up. I mean, your husband
Is dead drunk by now. Shayna!
got a gun!
Oh, Malcolm can't get his gun off anymore. He just waves it around. Besides, look how little it is. It's not nearly as big as yours.
Brian, it's me. Open the gate, honey.
Better whip it out, kid. Hate to shoot an unarmed man.
Open up the gate.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That rush of adrenaline. You know, they all get you high, and nobody likes to come down off that. Nobody. And don't we all live for it? I mean, think about it. The thrill of someone's touch, the release from our pain, and that soaring feeling in our chest when a piece of music really hits home. Too bad in some cases, all three can get you killed.
Oh, man. You know, I still dream about spending the night with you, but it never ends like this. Want some more coffee?
No, I am pegging red line on a caffeine meltdown. You know, I think I would sleep with my eyes open if I could ever get to my bed. You know, I bet paperwork has killed more cops than bad guys.
No doubt. What? How hog-like of me. I'm sorry. Ladies first.
No, no, thank you. I'm cutting back on my congealed grease intake. You know, that bed is going to feel so good.
That's when you know you're getting old. When you look forward to hitting the bed to sleep.
Well, you can speak for yourself, all right? Eric is making me breakfast.
I'll bet he is. You get some rest, huh?
Somebody please help me.
Oh, no, she's looking for us.
What can we do for you?
I think my boyfriend's been shot.
Yeah, but I'm Sergeant Lorenzo. This is my partner, Sergeant Lance. Why don't you have a seat?
Come on, sit down and tell us what happened, all right?
My boyfriend, I heard gunshots.
What's your boyfriend's name?
Brian Fairchild. I'm afraid that bitch killed him. He was working for Shayna Rosa, and I went over there to get him, and I couldn't get in. Why are you sitting here?
Are you talking about the rock star, Shayna Rose?
What's your name?
Callie Anderson. I went over there. Look, she shot him, her, that freak husband of hers.
And when was that?
I don't know, it was a couple of hours, I guess. I was just so afraid. I went home. I thought he'd come back there. He didn't. Please, you've got to do something.
No, it's just that at first you tried to pass her off like some kind of Looney Tune, and now you're extending our workday at least another hour. Spill it, come on.
Well, she said her boyfriend was shot. We're detectives.
Yeah, we're exhausted detectives. Come on, tell me.
But see, there's a little history with me and Shayna Rose. Haven't seen her in a couple of years, and I would like to see her again.
Really? What kind of history was that?
No, you don't expect me to kiss and tell.
Fine, I don't want to know. That's all right.
Well, I was fresh out of the academy, moonlighting for a security service that handled her concert gigs.
Uh-huh.
Now, we weren't together long, but, well, it was magical.
How long?
Well, you know, one night. One very special, unforgettable night.
It was a one-night stand. Look, Chris.
Yeah.
I mean, do you honestly think she's gonna remember you among the 364 other guys she slept with that year?
It was more than that. Trust me.
All right, $20 says she won't know you from Rush Limbaugh.
Done.
A couple of cops came by maybe an hour ago, and I explained everything to them.
So what do you two want? Autographs?
No, Miss Rose, I'm Sergeant Lance. This is Sergeant Lorenzo. We had a young woman who thinks her boyfriend, Brian Fairchild, was murdered here last night.
Callie. You know, that little acid head really ought to be in a group home somewhere. I'm surprised she didn't report that he was abducted by a flying saucer. She sees those all the time, you know.
Was he here last night?
Yes, and there was a scene, but nothing major. Sometimes my husband gets a little protective.
Protective or jealous?
Aren't they the same thing?
Shayna, what are these people doing in my house?
My husband, Malcolm. Darling, this is Cop 1 and Cop 2.
Lorenzo. Sergeant Lorenzo. Mr. Rose, we got complaints that there were shots fired in your estate last night.
Cops were already here. Don't you city employees ever talk to one another?
You have an altercation with Brian Fairchild?
I already told you there was.
I'll handle it, Shayna. Yeah, the little no talent was here. He hated my remix of his pathetic little song. You do somebody a favor, you know? I threw him out.
Was that the last time you saw him? About what time was that?
It was late.
Shayna, just shut up. The last time I saw him, he was scrambling over the fence in my backyard. This was 5 o'clock in the morning. Everybody happy?
This sort of thing's really very common with creative people. The whole process is like giving birth. It's horrible and it's wonderful at the same time.
Sweetheart, you have to stop babbling. You're making my headache worse. What do you know about giving birth?
Malcolm is the best producer in the business. Unfortunately, Brian isn't prepared to do what's necessary to be successful.
Did you have a contract with Brian?
Absolutely not. I just wanted to buy one of his songs.
Yeah, Mr. Rose, do you own a gun?
Several, locally registered and licensed, permits to carry in 28 states. What about it?
You fired one of them last night?
I'm a little fuzzy on the events of the evening.
Oh, you remember what you told the other officers, honey? You said you thought you heard a prowler.
Yeah, that's right. I thought I saw the punk coming back over the fence. At least I thought that was him. And fired off a couple rounds just to warn him.
Where is he now?
How the hell do I know? Look, it worked. He ran like a scared jackrabbit.
You know, Mr. Rose, even if nobody was harmed, you could still be arrested for brandishing a gun.
Yes, I understand the drill, sweetheart. Why don't you give them the name of our attorney? And if you see that punk again, tell him I want him the hell off of my property.
He's not usually like that.
Do you usually shoot people in your backyard?
I'm lucky if he goes outside. He shot more televisions than Elvis.
What about boyfriends? Moving targets are more fun.
Malcolm and I have been married for a long time. We've changed a lot. We have an arrangement.
I guess your husband just forgets about your arrangement sometimes.
Only when he's on a mean drunk. Malcolm makes a lot of noise, but he would never hurt anyone.
Is it all right if we look around?
No, go ahead. I'll be inside.
Thanks.
Talk about success screwing people up.
Yeah.
Don't gloat, all right? I'll give you $20 on payday.
Oh. You thought she was going to remember you, didn't you?
Well, I remembered her.
When I'm with somebody that somebody is special, I never forget.
Oh, right. See, men are professional amnesiacs.
Oh,
That's how they live with themselves.
please.
No, listen. They just dance to the trail of broken hearts and promises they've left behind.
And you say that I make sexist remarks, I remember.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, Double or Nothing says you cannot name every person you've been with.
Hey, what do I have to do? I gotta come up with a list here?
Exactly. But if you can't,
I
well,
can and I will. It's a bet.
All right.
This is where Brian climbed over. I wonder if he cut himself on those spikes.
Well, either that or Malcolm Rose is a really good aim for a drunk.
What do you got?
Blood.
Oh, missed breakfast.
Yeah, something came up. I tried to call you, but your phone must be off.
I've been writing for hours. Just knocked off. I'll make you dinner instead.
Dinner? If you don't stop that, you'll put me to sleep.
You look like you need some.
I can sleep later. I've been thinking about this moment all day.
So have I.
Callie?
Brian. Damn you, I was so scared. I thought you were dead. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Were you shot?
No, I just scratched my shoulder.
What happened?
I messed up, Callie. You were right about everything. Shayna started coming on to me, and...
Well, I don't want to hear about it, okay? Just promise me that you will not go back there.
I have to get my tapes back.
Brian, don't. Shayna and Malcolm are completely whacked out.
Look, Callie, I'm not gonna let them steal my music.
I don't know. I took Shayna to the party and Malcolm decided to stay at home and drink his dinner.
That is normal routine?
Well, ever since Shayna quit the road, he's been like a useless piece of luggage, if you know what I mean.
Were you with Shane at the party?
I'm a houseman, sometimes chauffeur. I don't get invited to parties. I had a couple of drinks and I crashed in the back of the limo.
What time you bring her home?
Well, I don't remember looking at my watch exactly. Maybe midnight?
Midnight. Was there anybody else who can verify the fact that you were sleeping in the back of the limo?
Oh, I hope not. Shayna don't like me sleeping on the job.
So you didn't see your husband after you came home from the party?
No, I just assumed he was asleep in his room when I went to bed. All the times he took care of me, and I didn't even look to see if he was okay.
I was under the impression that you and your husband weren't very close.
Sex, I can get anywhere. But I will never find anyone like Malcolm again. He was my mentor. He was my business partner. And he was my very best friend.
So you didn't notice anything unusual?
No. Well, the alarm was off when I came home, but sometimes Malcolm forgot to turn it on, so I didn't really think anything of it.
No gunshots?
No.
Well, the alarm wires were cut by somebody who knew what they were doing. Sounds a forced entry over by that door.
Yeah, no other room in the house was touched, and apparently nothing else was missing.
You know, I'm gonna say from the broken glass and the scuff marks, this is where the fight began.
Right. And it ends right over here by the pool, so as the intruder breaks in, Malcolm must have surprised him.
Malcolm is waving around one of his guns. Intruder lunges, they wrestle for it. Boom, intruder wins.
Then he panics. Of course, he has to take the gun with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
You asked if there was anything missing. There is.
What?
Tapes. Rough mixes of studio tracks and demos of the people Malcolm was working with. They were stolen from the music room.
Whose tapes are missing?
Brian.
Brian Fairchild?
Yeah. Oh, but he's a nice kid. He could never have done something awful like this.
All right, so I'll make the call to Callie Anderson.
Yeah, I'll take the hostess of the party she was at. I don't know why it makes me so mad that I'm just another notch in her bedpost, but it makes me mad.
So you're feeling cheap, used, and cast off like a wad of Kleenex?
Yes, I am.
See, you're obviously in touch with your feminine side, triggered by a guilty conscience resulting from a few blank spots on your list.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wrong. You see that list? Working my way back from present day, I'm already to my college years.
Real short list, huh?
Very funny. Very funny. No, I remember Maggie Spakowski. It's her roommate that I'm drawing the blank on. Look, yeah, okay. Very cute. Brown hair, she had a little button nose. Yes, beautiful bodies. No. Look, her brother's name was Bobby or Tommy, something like that. That help? No, Jerry, I don't care about her brother. I want to know what her... You go ahead and put me down for 50 on that game, okay? Yeah, thank you. Ugh.
So what are you working on?
Well, I'm working on my list, and it's going very well. Right now, I am up to Misty Midkiff.
Ah.
Yeah. Circumstances, my senior year was last Friday. Had a broken heart. I just gotten dumped by Cheryl Ann Croy. We went out to dinner, we had a couple of beers, and, well, Misty listened.
Uh-huh.
It was beautiful. So, what did you get on Callie?
Well, she said that she hasn't seen Brian, but you know what? Hope she sings a lot better than she lies. She was playing this tape while I was there. It was like a rough demo of his. I'm thinking maybe it's one of the ones that was missing from Malcolm's house. And I found this right on top of her laundry basket. So there was no search and seizure problem.
Well, we don't need the crime lab ninjas to tell us it's the kid's blood, but rules must be followed. This has turned out to be a slam dunker.
Yeah, I also put a stake out outside her apartment to see if Brian shows up. Did you get anything?
Yeah, Shayna's alibi checked out.
Yeah. Right. Okay, we're on our way. All right. Callie just loaded a couple of suitcases into her van, and she's headed down Palm Avenue.
I hate what he did to our stuff. He tried to make it sound like Shayna used to, like some Vegas act.
Brian, do you swear to me nothing bad happened last night?
I told you Malcolm gave me the tapes. He told me to take him and get lost. I never touched him. Callie, you know me. You know that I never hurt anybody.
Brian Fairchild, you're under arrest for suspicion of murder. Turn around.
No, please.
Callie, come. Sorry.
I didn't do anything.
Let's go.
You know, this really blows. I told you. I went to the music room, Malcolm gave me the tapes, and I left.
You and Malcolm fight?
Fight? Get real. He was so drunk he could hardly stand up.
You know, Brian, selling your song should be a dream come true. What happened?
Malcolm Rose was a major player in the 80s. He produced all Shayna's stuff. I thought he could help us. But, he was still back there. He was still hanging on to that slick pop crap. He wouldn't listen. Everything had to be his way. Man, I would rather keep my day job than sell us out like that.
You think he was trying to steal your song?
I don't know, maybe. But I didn't kill him. I didn't have to. He was dead a long time before we ever met. I need a word.
So, I just got off the horn with Donovan. Tells me you're having problems with the kid? This same kid who was looking like a dunker when last we spoke is all of a sudden a problem?
Look, I gotta tell you, everything we got connects Brian Fairchild to Malcolm Rose's murder, but I find myself believing the kid's story about Malcolm just giving him those tapes.
And I find myself asking why.
Cap, the professional way the alarm system was cut, I mean, the kid doesn't have a previous B&E record. That's a good start.
And there was no powder residue found on his clothes, and we haven't found the murder weapon yet.
All right.
Okay, so cut him loose if you can't jam the slipper on his foot, but then I want you guys to go out and get me the real guy.
Brian, are you sure about this? I mean, I thought you said you liked it here.
Yeah, but you didn't. Look, turns out that you were right about a lot of things, all right?
Brian, watch out!
Kelly, no! Kelly, come on, don't leave me, Kelly! Kelly, no! Kelly!
Hey. Boy, it's days like this that I really hate this job.
Yeah, me too. I put an APB out on Gilbert. Brian gave me a definite ID.
Good. How's he doing?
Why don't you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Brian, I'm so sorry. I guess I'm gonna have to call Callie's parents.
I ought to tell him. Is it okay if I call him first?
Sure. Yeah.
That bastard was trying to kill me.
Brian, do you have any idea why Gilbert would try to kill you?
You still don't get it, do you? It's about the music. He wanted my songs.
All right. Nice going. All right, well, all right, ready? All right, get him, get him. All right. All right. All right, look. I've had it. You guys go on. Thanks.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, this is a nice surprise.
Yeah, well, I'm brown bagging lunch today, and I have a tuna fish sandwich with your name on it.
Oh, great. I was wondering how I was going to get out of there alive. Let's go to the pier. We'll picnic.
Okay. You know, I wasn't sure if I should stop by. I knew you were writing all day. So what's going on?
Oh, nothing. I was a little stuck. It's all part of the process.
Ah.
I needed something to get my juices going, so I picked up again. You look great.
Thanks, thanks. So everything's all right then?
Yeah, everything's fine. What?
I don't know. I just, I get this feeling that something's going on with you that you're not telling me about.
Can't fool you, can I? I'm just a little... having a hard time getting the book started. It's no big deal. I've had writer's block before. It'll pass.
Okay? You're not worried about it?
No, not at all. It's these ideas that are just bursting to get out of the head sometimes. They just go away and hide for a little while.
And trying not to write helps you find them. Eric.
Well.
Eric, look, all I was trying to say is that, you know, if you are worried, it would be okay to tell me.
You think it's possible? No, forget it.
What? Tell me, I mean, what? Is it possible to what?
To lose your talent.
No. I mean, I don't think it happens that way. So is that what's going on here? Huh?
No, not really. I'm just being dramatic. That's why I'm lucky to have you. Keep things in perspective.
Well, listen, if you ever do...
It's okay, Rita.
Malcolm took care of all the business. He hired Gilbert a couple years ago.
Do you know anything about his background?
He worked as a roadie and a bodyguard for a Seattle-based grunge group, and that's all I know.
Did you have any problem with him before?
I don't know. I really didn't have anything to do with them. Malcolm always dealt with the staff. Are you positive he's the one that killed that girl?
We have several other witnesses who have confirmed Brian's description of both the car and the shooter.
He killed Malcolm too, didn't he?
He's definitely a suspect, yes.
You said there wasn't much contact between you and Gilbert. Why would he be targeting people surrounding you? You two have something going on?
Oh, hell, all right. About a year ago, Malcolm's drinking really got to me. I needed a distraction, and Gilbert was it. It was brief, it was purely physical, and it was over in a week.
Well, maybe it was just over for you.
You know, we're gonna set up police protection for you and Brian Fairchild.
I have a recording session this afternoon.
Oh, there'll be one lucky uniform who gets to see Shayna Rose in the recording studio.
If you'll excuse me.
Sure.
It's no wonder she can't remember. Is there anybody that lady hadn't slept with?
Now, don't be bitter. Come on.
Lisa. No.
interesting. Yeah, it matches up perfect.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Huh.
Yeah, hey, is this Rob? Hey, it's Chris Lorenzo from Florida State. How you doing? Good. Look, I got a question for you. Now, remember that homecoming party that we went to and I went out with Maggie Spakowski's roommate? Right. What was that roommate's name? Look, I'm gonna call you back. I gotta go.
Hey,
Hey!
ballistics report. Says the slugs that killed Callie Anderson were fired from the same gun that killed Malcolm Rose.
All right, if we're doing this thing right, he should still have the piece when we bring him down.
Yeah. So he must have set up the break-in after he murdered Malcolm.
What do you know? The butler did it.
Yep.
Gotcha.
How did you get past the police?
Same way you do when you don't want to be seen by your door in public. The door in the pages.
You took a hell of a chance coming here.
You're worth it.
You could have ruined everything.
But, Serena, the tapes weren't at their apartment. So, he must have had them with him in the van, which means he's still got them. But not for long, love.
I can't put out a new album of Shayna Rose originals with Fairchild still alive.
Well, I'll take care of it. Just like I took care of Malcolm for you.
It was his fault. He wanted to give Brian back those songs. He didn't trust my talent. He didn't understand that once I sang those songs, I made them mine, my creations.
That's right, love. You're the best. Nobody does it like you. Why should he have a taste of the profits he don't deserve? Eh? Now it's just you and me. Malcolm never gave you your due, did he?
He wanted me to try for a comeback album next year. I can't wait another year, Gilbert. You promised me I wouldn't have to wait.
Have I ever disappointed you?
No. And you better not start now.
Can I open them yet?
Yes, you can open them.
Wow. Come here.
Eric, this thing must have cost a fortune. You really didn't have to do this.
I know. But I figured if I was going to invite you to an evening of bad wine and boring chit-chat, the least I could do is get you something to wear. You are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen.
Thank you. But I still think that this is way too an extravagant a dress.
I ever tell you how much I love the spot on your neck?
Yes. And I love what you do to that spot on my neck.
I hope so.
I thought you wanted to see me in this dress.
I did.
Ah. So why are you trying to take it off me?
Like a wrinkle?
Liar.
I know. Rita! Rita, we need to go! Oh, I'm a lucky guy.
Thank you.
When I was in high school, I gave all my girlfriends, ID bracelets. It's an ultimate sign of affection back then.
Or marking your territory.
Well, that too. Anyway, I want you to know how special you are to me.
Small things in small boxes make me very nervous.
It won't bite, I promise. Open it.
Look, Eric, I'm not used to this. You know, the dress and...
Rita, do you love me?
Yes, I mean, yeah.
Well, then don't worry about it. Well, you gonna open the box?
Oh. It's gorgeous.
Here, let me.
Cap, just talked to the officers out at the Rose estate. Shayna slipped out without a police escort.
Aha. So she's not as upset as she was the other day, huh?
Apparently not. You get anything else on that suspect?
Yeah. Yeah, we got an Interpol ID on Gilbert Humes. He's wanted for murder in London. He was cited in Seattle 2 years ago. It's about the same time Shayna Rose claims Malcolm hired Gilbert, right?
Anything farther back?
Oh, they're checking on it.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, how about our Ms. Rose?
She said something about a recording session. Rita went to check it out.
Hello?
Hey, you're early. Why don't you go in and warm up the pipes while I set up?
I think you're mistaken.
Your backup vocals, right?
Wrong. I'm Sergeant Lance, Palm Beach Police.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, right. Whatever. You find that dude that whacked Malcolm?
No, not yet. Have you seen Shayna?
She called. She said she was stressing on the time.
Huh.
Oh, way cool, man. This is gonna be such a bitchin' tune.
I've heard this song before.
Huh?
I said I've heard this song before.
No way, man. Shayna just wrote it. It's like totally fresh.
I thought Brian Fairchild wrote this song.
Who? Not likely. Shayna wrote it, and Malcolm, he produced the tracks.
Shayna.
This is gonna be a monster album. She wrote a whole new set of tunes. It's gonna be a major comeback for her.
Door's open.
Surprised to see me?
You might say that.
I wanted to come by and see you sooner. Make sure you were okay, you know, but I've been in a really bad place.
Yeah, me too.
Cops told me about Kelly. I'm so sorry. God, Gilbert's a complete psycho. I'm scared, Brian.
Sorry about Malcolm. Look, don't worry, Shayna. It'll be okay.
You know, this is the first time I felt safe in days.
Shayna, don't. I can't.
I'm not surprised you feel betrayed. It was wrong to change your songs. I begged Malcolm not to do it, but you know how he was.
Well, that's over now.
It doesn't have to be. I would still like to work with you. You're so talented, Brian. Let me sing the songs the way you wrote them. You still have those demos? We could start fresh together.
I don't think that's a very good idea. Besides, I don't even have the demos right now.
I could send somebody to pick them up. Look, I think it would help us both to work right now. Because our work is all we have left. And each other.
Each other? You never gave a damn about anybody but yourself, Shayna. Callie was so right about you. I mean, anything for a hit. Isn't that right? Huh?
Gilbert, I need you.
Rita. Yeah, Interpol just came back with a match on Gilbert.
Well, somehow that doesn't surprise me. So you get any word on Shayna yet?
No, she hasn't turned up yet.
It's just like Brian said, it was all about the music. Shayna stole Brian's songs. Without that, she's got no big comeback.
Which paints a giant bullseye on Brian's back.
So you get any word on him yet?
No, I called his apartment. I couldn't get through. I got some cars going over there right now. I'm headed over there, too.
All right, I'm on my way.
Just tell us where the demos are, Brian. You don't want to die for a recording you made in a damn garage.
What difference does it make? I mean, you're just gonna kill me anyway.
That's right. I already cut the tracks. God, you always were such a smart boy. Get him down in the car.
Freeze!
Knife, Gilbert!
Oh, bugger off, I'll cut his bloody throat!
Drop.
Give it up, Shayna!
I'll cut him if you come any closer, I swear I will!
Let it go. Drop it!
Come on, it's over, Shayna. Why don't you just turn around?
No, I can't do that.
Let's go get him out of here.
None of this was my idea, you know.
Look, if that's true, what are we doing up here on the roof, huh?
Don't! I'll jump. I swear to God I will.
Look, Shayna, there's always been someone there for you to take the fall. This time, it's just you. I want you to give me your hand. Come on, you don't want to do this. Come on, give me your hand.
Lance, Lorenzo. Got a package here addressed to the both of you.
Well, thanks, Cap.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought he was gonna take that bracelet back.
Yeah, he's supposed to. Somehow he keeps on conveniently forgetting, so I wore it today just to make sure he remembers.
You know, I tell you what, a lot of women would say that you were out of your mind.
Yeah, I know they would. Well, it's from Brian. He's in New York. He has signed with a small label, and they will be releasing his CD in the fall.
Woo! Good for him. Huh.
Chris Lorenzo?
Hello.
Don't you remember? I'm Maggie Spakowski's roommate.
Yes! How are you? I haven't seen you in so long.
Rob said you were looking for me. It's so great to see you again.
Chris, aren't you going to introduce me? Huh?